And in 3, 2, 1, how's it going, everyone? I'm Mike Starr, the host of this show, and welcome all. Now, today, I thought I'd like to shoot a top 5 video for you all based on skinhead / white supremacy movies. You know, in a nutshell, movies that are about racism, etc. You know, these are just, let me see. Yes. My top 5, I guess, top 5 favorite, skinhead white supremacy movies. Anyways, starting off with the first one being Romper, Stomper. Now, this is an Australian classic, all right? This film makes me proud to be Australian. Actually, no, it doesn't. This is a good film right here, you know, Romper, Stomper. Jeffrey Wright film. This film here, it's a classic, you know. It's a classic. I can remember seeing it on cable TV when I was a kid, and I saw it, and it was so violent and horrific. And you know, they don't make films like that these days. It's just, you know, they make violent films, but the way it's done is done in a really realistic way, and it's pretty much about a group of skinheads who all live at this, this kind of, I wouldn't say it's an abandoned warehouse, but they live in this warehouse. They all live together. They're all skinheads. It's located in Melbourne, and they hate the Vietnamese. Pretty much everyone, but it's the Vietnamese that they're clearly picking on in the movie. And the opening scene is this boyfriend, girlfriend, and cousin, you know, walking home from the train station, and then they run into Russell Crowe's, group, and they're all skinheads, and they bash the Vietnamese couple and the I think it's just the couple. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3, but I think it was 2. They bash them, leave them there, and then from there it escalates. It gets worse and worse, and then like maybe about 30 minutes into the movie, there's this big brawl, and it's just crazy, you know. Really awesome movie, and that's what, you know, kind of put Russell Crowe on the map for movies. Next one is one that I didn't like so much. It says here, American History X meets The Departed. Stars Daniel Radcliffe. Not really the greatest film, but I just bought it because it was like $7. That's Imperium. It's pretty much about a cop that goes undercover to bring down, these skinheads. And the scene I remember from it is when he's wearing Levi's jeans, and of course Levi Strauss, who invented Levi's, he was of Jewish descent, and of course they're skinheads, and they told him to wear Ben Sherman. Anyways, and it almost blows his cover, but it's okay. It's not terrible, but it's not like my favorite skinhead movie. Next one is Shot Caller. This is a prison skinhead white supremacy film, not so much based on skinheads, but it's a really powerful movie, and it's based around prison gangs, white supremacy. It's got some skinhead, it's got some skinheads in the movie, and it says here on this one, Prison Break, which I'm watching currently, meets The Shawshank Redemption, and it stars John Bernthal, Lake Bell, Omari Hardwick, and Nicolaj Costa-Waldau, who was in Game of Thrones, and that's Shot Caller, you know. Shot Caller. Really lesser known movie, you know, this one. But it's a really great, entertaining film from start to finish. There are no boring bits in it. These planes. Don't worry, I'm just gonna grab the other one that I forgot to put in the pile. Just cut to a commercial. So yeah, Shot Caller is pretty much about this guy who is a stockbroker. He's a pretty wealthy, intelligent person. He's going out to dinner one day with his partner and their friends, and gets into this car crash, which kind of screws up his life, puts him in prison, and from prison, this black guy's picking on him. He just snaps, bashes him, and then the white gang, the skinheads, the white supremacists, they take him under their wing. He has to prove that he's man enough, so he stabs one of them in prison, I think. I can't remember fully. And then from there, he joins the white gang, and he gets involved with them, and he actually likes it, coming from like a proper, career-orientated professional life to this like gang life, and then gets out of prison. And just because he's out of prison don't mean that he's that he doesn't have to do work for the gang. He has to sell drugs and do certain things, sell guns, whatever. Anyways, it's a really, really awesome movie. Now, this is my second favorite Skinhead movie of all time. And this movie is such a phenomenal movie. UK movie. This is England. This is England. Yep, really great movie. Who's that little kid in it? He does a great job. Thomas Turgoose. Yep. And it's a shame his mother passed away, I think, right after it came out or before it came out. But it's really sad that little boy's mother passed away in real life, God rest her soul. Rest in peace. But yeah, the movie is about this little boy who really doesn't have anyone, doesn't have any friends. He's living in this town where he's kind of an outcast. He kind of sticks to himself. He's just, yeah, it's a hard film to explain. Anyways, one day he's walking home from school, gets into a fight. He's walking home from school where these just punk kind of guys, they're skinheads, they're not really like real white supremacists, and they sort of befriend him because they feel sorry for him. And then a friend of theirs comes out of prison, Combo. I love Combo, does a good job in that movie. I think his name's Stephen Graham. Anyways, he comes out of prison and he's like the real deal, the real white supremacist who wants to like make a difference. And they, in the movie, they really have it in for the Pakistanis, and just an awesome movie. And then from there, this little kid, they kind of brainwash him and they tell him, these things about England, and it's a sad, but it's a really well done movie. And I remember when I first saw it, I thought it was awesome. But yeah. Now, before I mention to you my favorite Skinhead movie of all time, this movie, I guess, made me want to shave my head when I was in high school. And I went to a fucking shit high school, and I remember because of this movie, I was just doing stupid shit like drawing SWAT stickers on my books, and I just, not that I believe in that stuff, but anyways, I was young, I was doing stupid shit. But this movie, I liked it so much that I started, to draw these things in my book. But of course, I never believed in that stuff. But anyways, this movie here holds a top 10 in my favorite movies of all time, and that movie is American History X. This movie, from start to finish, it's a long movie. It's like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. It's really long, but it's an awesome movie. Very powerful. One of the most powerful films I've ever seen in my life. Pretty much about these two brothers. They become skinheads after their father gets killed. He's a fireman and gets killed where he's putting out a fire in a predominantly black neighborhood. Then from there, these two brothers, they join the skinhead gang. And then at the start of the film, you see the elder brother, Derek Vineyard, played by Edward Norton, kill a black male who tries to break into his car in the middle of the night when Edward Norton's banging his girlfriend. And that black person that he killed was in the Crips gang. So anyways, when he gets out of prison, they're after him. And when he gets out of prison, it kind of hints at that he's not really in the skinhead lifestyle anymore because his hair's grown. But his younger brother, played by Edward Furlong, he's like so into the skinhead life where He tries to impress his brother, and he's happy his brother's out, but his elder brother doesn't want his younger brother to have any part of that life. So yeah, from there it kind of shows the way he becomes reformed, and then, you know, all the way to the end, to the climax. You know, it's just a sad movie, and it just shows, you know, in between, like, little bits of their lives, and it's just such a great film. Tony Kaye did an amazing job. I mean, when he did this movie, because I've read a lot about it, watched a lot of interviews, Tony Kaye was never happy with the film, and he wanted his didn't want his name in the credits, because he was so anal about everything that he didn't want his name in the credits, because the studios didn't want him to put certain things in, you know, because the Skinheads were meant to be dealing meth, because it's a well-known fact that a lot of the white Americans, you know, that come from certain parts of America that are skinheads, they deal in drugs and meth, and he didn't put it in there, so he said put his name as Humpty Dumpty. So I think they did. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, Tony Kaye did another film called, it was that one in the school. It was called Detachment, which is a really good film as well. It actually has Tony Kaye's daughter in it. I mean, he's a British UK filmmaker. But this one, overall, if you haven't seen it, just go out there and get it right now. Pause this video, go out there and get it, and that's it. All right, case closed. I'm Mike Starr. Catch you all in my next video. And how about giving me a like here and there, you know? Show me some love, you know? Otherwise, I will track you down, and yeah. Anyways, I'll see you all in my next video. Have a good day.